It's Daylight Savings Day, so this should be the Temporal Distortion episode, but they did take that item out of the game, so we're stuck with, I don't know, Telluric Shock and Wrenching Whip. Two good items, certainly, but also ones that are not, I don't know, not all that interesting, which is why I think they pair well together. Get a little bit of a push and pull type of mechanic going on, where you wrench enemies towards you and then you hit them away with Telluric Shock. There's something to that, but I'm not really going to say that this is a great idea. This is just something that I'm coming up with at the last second to put on stream. Why not? Why not? All right, I also realize right now that I kind of set up all of my custom mode stuff to be using survival and not brutality, which is what I'm actually going to be using this run. So I guess no other powers aside from Turic Shock. Yeah, Wrenching Whip is pretty much exactly what you would expect for this type of weapon. I remember even when it was first introduced, it was not all that interesting. I just mostly thought of it as a good version of the Valmont's Whip. A lot faster, big range, can hit their shields, and you didn't have to work with its very difficult critical condition. These days, of course, Valmont's Whip is significantly better, so I don't really think that there's too much that you're getting as a benefit using this over just about any other weapon that you can get in brutality. It's just a decent attacker. Third hit does a critical, but it's also like the third hit is not anything very special. I actually like the weapon quite a bit even before it got its critical, just because it's a nice, fast brutality weapon. The kick there makes it a little bit more awkward to use, but not significantly. I mean, it's unlike something like the Spite Sword, which I prefer without the kick. I guess I could take or leave this. Telluric Shock, on the other hand, is a little bit more interesting. It is one of the, like, a knock-around type of enemies, pushback, whatever you'd like to call it, that was introduced significantly after stuff like the Spartan Sandals or even the Wave of Denial. So this one is, you know, offensive, defensive focus, but without, you know, requiring some sort of really difficult to get critical condition where you need to try and knock enemies into walls or whatever. It just knocks enemies away, and that's nice. Aside from that, it does good damage, scales with survival. It's not my favorite survival scaling weapon. Of course, I would prefer to have a weapon like the Giant Whistle or Powerful Grenade over this, but it is still pretty high damage. Although it is high damage to enemies on the ground, which is a pretty important distinction to be making. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're looking at for this run. Aside from that, it is just exactly what you would expect it would be. Just a high damage skill plus a decent damage, fast brutality weapon. And that's, again, why it works very well for another one of the stream episodes here, while I'm waiting for Motion Twin to rework Temporal Distortion into a good weapon. Or, well, a usable weapon, I suppose. I'm telling you, just 3 times per biome. It's so easy, Motion Twin. And then it refreshes when you get into the next area. That would be overpowered, and it would work super well. Maybe also take off, like, electrocution. Well, yeah. I'm sure at this point in time, most people don't even know what Temporal Distortion is. It's been so long since that's been in the game, but maybe one day. You know what I'm talking about, right, chat? Really want the I think that was a good item. It's just, yes, it was quite overpowered. Doesn't really I don't think it would be too difficult to get it balanced, though. Yes, the Hourglass Dio power. That's the one. Like, just limit the amount of usage that it does. Even when they change it up to have, like, what was it? Significantly less damage that enemies take in the slowed down time, it was still enough to kill bosses before they even knew what was happening. Some good stuff. Also, again, perfect for the Daylight Savings episode, but no. We gotta do Wrenching Whip instead. Oh, also, when Wrenching Whip is dropped by the pirate captains, Telluric Shock is dropped, of course, by the Hand of the King. It is one of his signature moves. So that's pretty much all you need to know about that. I would definitely recommend getting at least Telluric Shock. It's even though it's not my favorite type of survival damage dealer, it is quite good at what it does. And Wrenching Whip is... it's fine. I would suggest it about on the same level as Impaler or Blood Sword, you know, stuff like that. What does Telluric mean? Earth. No, that's it. Ground shock. And that's the entire thing. I guess like the other thing that's kind of interesting about this is I remember that for whatever reason YouTube decided not to give it the correct name, so I uploaded the original Telluric Shock episode as Shock Final, which was quite a name. But that thankfully was fixed over time, YouTube. Have you done a Cursed Sword showcase? Yeah, but you know, not one where I actually completed the game. That's the part that, oh right, you don't even get money up there anymore. That's kind of the thing that I'm still falling behind on, because that is, of course, a very tough item to work with. I was actually trying out a couple little Cursed Sword runs over the weekend here, just to see how they would go at this point in time, and yeah, no, it's still pretty rough. So I think we got some time before we're gonna see a return of that weapon for the 4th season. After all, I still got like a good 20 episodes left or something. I keep saying it's like, hey, we're coming down to the end of the 4th season or whatever. There's still like 20 episodes. And then I will be forced to go and do Cursed Sword and a certain spinning weapon, and of course everyone's favorite, like Rusty Sword and stuff. Because I know you're all looking to it. I know y'all want to see it. I don't know why. It's just a bad weapon. I mean, I guess Rusty Sword's okay. It's fast. You could scale it up with enough stats to being something acceptable to use, but it has like no gimmickry. So you're going to be kind of behind damage-wise for a huge chunk of the run, regardless of how you try and make it work for you. I don't know. What's the farthest you ever got with Cursed Sword? 5-boss cell mode up to the Hand of the King. I died on the Hand of the King. I did that on a stream a long time ago. I haven't been trying to use it as of late, which I think is, you know, kind of the reason why you're not really seeing too much there. When you get the Sepulchre lamp, the nightlight? It's called the nightlight, and I don't really know exactly how you would do that, considering that you have to be in the Sepulchre to get it in the first place. It's not like it's a custom mode. It's not like it's a custom mode specific item that you can just have unlocked there, you know? I want to see Symmetrical Lance. Symmetrical Lance is banned forever. I mean, not from being used, but from doing a showcase on. It's a good item. Good, high quality, but lags behind boss fights type of survival weapon that will never be used in a showcase run. Not after last time. Here we are. Keep getting the stacks of bleed on there, I guess. Works for me. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could also try and use like Wrenching Whip to maybe grab enemies off of ledges as well as knock enemies off of ledges with Telluric Shock. It's just... Again, that's one of those things that it's just too specific of a circumstance that is required to even get that working for you in the first place, that I just don't think it's going to come up as much as I want it to. Well. Make it a short episode with the Sepulchre area only. That's how you use the nightlight. I guess we could try and get like some really hefty cooldown, build like a cooldown type of run, and then just try and use the nightlight as much as possible, because it does have the affix. Well, it at least can get the affix to give you... Yeah, it at least can get the affix to give you like Poison Cloud on deployment. And then you could try and deal damage with that. That's one of those things that's possible. Like, this is when I tried to figure out how to do a grappling hook only run, where it's like, okay, cool, as much cooldown as possible, and then you got to get the release arrows on usage affix and make that work. How to use nightlight? Break the door and sell it? I wouldn't even say break the door. That's putting yourself at way too much risk. I would just say walk by it and go on with your run. Don't even worry about it. It's like using the hired help in Spelunky. The optimal way to use them is, of course, to immediately throw them into the nearest spike pit, or lava, or bottomless pit if you're in the ice caves. And that's how you use hired help in Spelunky. All right. I've heard even like Spelunky 2, it's better, still not good. They still will end up killing you more often than anything else. I just wanted to be cool. Whatever, I got the 60 kills, it doesn't matter. I also got a piece of food on the ground, so it doubly doesn't matter. It does show off even if you turn off paid items, the door is just gone. Really? That's neat. I guess that's it's an easy way to get that if you're interested in it. I don't know. I mean, with the amount of times that I've gone to the Sepulchre, I don't really need the nightlight, so it's not really a huge... It's like, even by the time they had introduced it, which from what I remember was not even all that much past the introduction of the Sepulchre as a biome, I was like, nah, I don't need this. I know the area enough. Good parry clap. Yeah. Sacrifice them to Kali. Yeah, I guess that can work. It depends. I mean, how much do you really need the invigoration, though? Because I assume by the time you even have a hired hand, you probably already have, like, the Kapala and everything. If you're just waiting to use your Ankh on stuff, it's like, why even bother? Okay. You also get angry when you whip them too much. Yes, that is... I mean, that's why you gotta throw them into a spike pit. That's why you can't just whip them to death, because otherwise they will whip you to death. It's the circle of life. Anyway. All right. Let's go. The only reason I know about this is because I speedrun and I turn off paid items. Yeah, I've never actually done that before. There's a lot of those things like turning off lore rooms and everything where I'm just like, I like lore rooms. Sometimes I'll just go in there and see what's up with the game's lore, even though I already know it all. Spelunky 2 when? Probably never. Unless somebody wants to suggest it. Yeah, when somebody suggests it, smile. Exactly. But of course, you know, with channel point suggestions being closed right now as I'm trying to desperately catch up to what I already have to do, it's like the only way I would be able to take suggested games is if somebody were to give some large amount of money or something. I'm not going to say anything. That's how you bypass the system. Anyway. Besides, I already have like Tower Climb and Goner going on right now. I can't just go pick up another series. What do I even want? I mean, this is a nice fast weapon. Adrenaline could be all right. Combo could be okay. Just take Solar Resistance, a pretty good safe bet in most situations. Doc, no, that's what got you into this mess to begin with. Yeah, but it also could get me money. I'm just saying. Anyway. Yeah. Infantry bow's not bad, but of course, it's not. We've already done that. That amount. Is 3 cents a large amount of money? I mean, maybe in like the Revolutionary War era, but we're kind of past that point now. Yeah. Okay. There we are. Suggest it yourself. You have the power. No, I don't really feel like playing it. It just seems like it would be very, very difficult. I've been watching, yeah, and I killed him too. Okay, well that was embarrassing. But hey, at least I got the blessed run with the original outfit on it, so I'm feeling a little bit better, kind of. Frost Blast is interesting. I almost kind of like to take it. Yeah, you know what? I use Bloodthirsty Shield all the time. Let's go. Try this out. As it is, though, just gotta... he attacked me at the same time that I attacked him. What can I even say? That's just how that works. Anyway, I'll give the person a shout out that I said that I would. Bear Taffy. I've been watching Bear Taffy play Spelunky 2. Okay, there we go. It's been very good, by the way. The guy is getting some excellent progress in those streams, which is good because I don't really have too many other things to watch as of right now. Kind of a lull in games that I'm interested in coming out lately. Spelunky being the only, really neat one. Okay, what else are we looking at here? Liposuction if I want to go get a bunch of cells that I'll never use. But you know how it is. What are we up to today? It is Wrenching Whip combined with Telluric Shock, which is a combo. It is a combo. It's not like super good, but it's not like bad either. It's just, it is what it is. Like I said, knock enemies away and then grab them back if I didn't see a ranged enemy right there. Might be worth trying to get some sort of cooldown reduction just because the Telluric Shock otherwise does have a pretty hefty cooldown on it. It's I guess only 10 seconds, but I don't know, it feels hefty, I guess. Maybe it's not as hefty. I got rid of my shield. That was my undoing there. I would have been able to parry that so easily otherwise. That's so unfortunate. Liposuction used to be great with gold as well as a cell. Yeah, but I mean, gold as well as a cell used to be great just by itself. There's good reason why Motion Twin wanted to get rid of that, and as much as I can bellyache about it, and you know that I can, I think it was probably the right decision. Sure. After all, the economy did get reworked at the same time, which is good. Wow. That was like the ideal sort of teleport there, by the way. Okay, you know what? I'll actually take this instead. Get a little. I think I'd prefer fire for right now anyway. Besides, I have like some sort of fire synergy. No, that was the last run, I think. Ah, dang. Da beans again. Ah, well. As it is, like I said, very, very traditional sort of run. Nothing too interesting happening here. It's just classic brutality. Which is why I'm trying to at least change it up by not taking sword and board and instead going with some sort of more interesting secondary items, at least for the time being. Well, that's also interesting. Is this like guaranteed on this floor? I swear that in the prison depths, I've been getting the 100% for whatever the item du jour is pretty regularly right now. I don't even... Well, let's do it, for fun. All right, I should probably get rid of Hokuto's bow. No! Just, No, I like that item. That's my item, baby. If I was going to choose any one item to be my item, I guess it would be that, wouldn't it? I mean, what can I even say? That's kind of like the item for me, isn't it? Well. Where's my 8 times damage affix? Somehow I have my doubts that's ever going to appear. If they ever wanted to, though, I'd be willing to do a run. I don't think there's any way in custom mode that you can choose affixes just yet, because otherwise that would be a fun, like, suggested sort of deal. Everything 4 times affix damage. Bam. Let's go. Oh, this is going to be a fun on a bun. Get that sweet everything. Yep. This should work out just fine. 2 times damage was more than enough to take him out. Good. You're literally the Hokuto's guy now. What? I can't remember the main character of Fist of the Northstar. Why? Somebody help me. And I don't just mean by remembering the name. I mean, somebody help me with my brain problems right now. Okay. That was a bad idea. I mean, it worked out okay. But still. Certainly could have maybe considered that a little bit more. A bad position to find yourself in. Nothing. Kenshiro, thank you. There we go. 2 times damage is not as much as I thought it would be, but all I need to do is just get some sort of... I guess I do have burning synergy on this, which is... I don't know, it's something. All I gotta do is just make sure that I... bam, bam. Yeah, that was enough, I guess. Need some more stats. That's what I need right now. And... good. Yeah? Anybody else? Anybody else want to step to this before I get out of this area? I might actually just wait 1 second. Okay, Telluric Shock seems to instant kill everything in the first 2 areas, and then it becomes kind of garbage. I mean, it's still a good burst, and it is a burst that can hit in a very large area. It's just, I don't think it doesn't feel like it does as much damage as I want it to a lot of the time, which is why I prefer stuff like the Giant Whistle and the powerful grenade when it comes to instant cast sort of burst down strategy. Because that's, wait, I guessed, by the way. I'm pretty sure you're right, though. I'm pretty sure it is Kenshiro, right? Somebody, correct me on this if I'm wrong. Because I need to be right, you understand. I mean, if I'm not right, you may be crazy. But it might just be a lunatic that you're looking for. What am I... Speaking of which, what do I want here? How about Berserker? Keep it simple. Bro, don't go to Thorny Town with a whip. What are you talking about? It goes through the Thorny's backs. It's too fine. It is. I checked after. Okay, thank you. Good, good. Omai wa mo guy? Yes. Like, what other... No, I'm talking about the Fist of the Blue Sky. What do you mean? Yes, we're talking about Kenshiro. The kick doesn't, though. I'll just have to make sure not to do a full combo against him. It's gonna be easy. Okay. Besides, I'll just Telluric Shock them most of the time anyway. Observe. See? Okay, anyway. Oh, okay. What am I even looking for? Hokuto no Ken literally fist the Big Dipper. I mean, yeah. Okay, fine, whatever. I think Northstar is... Considering we call it the Big Dipper in English, maybe a better name. I'm just saying. The Big Dipper is not a very imposing name for anything. Road Warrior Karate. No. If I was going to be anybody in that series, I would be Mr. Hart. But also, no, I'd be the guy that throws dynamite. Whatever works. Yeah. Nothing. Big Dipper sounds kind of hot. Why did I read that? Why do I keep doing this to myself? What weapon will you add to the game? To Dead Cells? What would I always thought that I always talked about like maybe like some sort of elemental shield or like multi-elemental shield. I think would be kind of neat. Poison Sword would be an obvious choice, which I still think is kind of lacking in the game. I don't know. There's got to be something more interesting though, because those ones are pretty tame as far as stuff goes. A water balloon. I call it Hemolacria, and everybody will hate it. No, God, what would be a good choice? What would be a good choice? Good. See, I told you, it's not even a problem with the thorn. He's easy. E to the Z. That's what I say. Cattle prod, electric melee. Well, I mean, you could just... I think that's... It might not be a sword. Actually, a Moonlight Greatsword that does electric damage would be interesting. You know, get your Dark Souls references in there. After all, this game is big reference to Dark Souls. All right. Yeah. Okay. There we go. You know, I didn't even realize I'm still using the 2 times damage Telluric Shock. I should maybe switch that out soon enough. That's an interesting choice, though, for a secondary item. I might end up using it. As it is, though, still gotta get rid of all of the foes that are around here, otherwise. Okay. Yeah, sure. This is obviously not really one I'm going to be taking around for a lot longer, but I do like it. You know, just like using it as, especially for criticals eventually. Yeah. And done. Okay. What's the coolest weapon skill design, regardless of how good it is in game? I always say that I'm such a huge fan of the Symmetrical Lance. It's, of course, it's not like anything that I've never seen before. I always think of Chrono Cross when it comes to that weapon, and like Sergei's Oars. But at the same time, it's like I just love the design of that thing. It is like one of my favorite weapons in the game, just based on that alone. Good. Aside from that, like cool designs, I still think the repeater crossbow and stuff like the Sonic carbine is pretty neat, even if the Sonic carbine is maybe not all that great. Getting future weapons are fun. I said that all the way back in Death's Gambit, I'll say that here. They are a fun time to play around with those. But is there anything else like very cool? What's a miracle build? Oh, we'll just, that's like, well, that would be Thunderbolt, right? Just getting a whole ton of electric-based items. I mean, like, what else would even, oh boy. Okay. Whiffed it. Hoo boy. There. Wow. That was kind of a rough one. That was fun. Shut up. Oh, wait, no. Remember when MT said had a live screen and said Sonic Carbine would be changed up? Yeah, well, they lied. I thought you were talking about what happened there. And I'm like, it was not fun. Interesting, perhaps, but yeah. It's a way to ruin your Dark Souls experience. You say that. I think playing Miracle, Pyromancer, whatever, is part of the Dark Souls experience. I mean, I, of course, only play naked and with a club, but that's me. No, really, go back and watch Dark Souls 2. We going clubbing, baby. And as always, I wear nothing to go clubbing. It's a fun way to play. It super did not work for when I played Dark Souls 3, though. I had to at least put on, like, a Sword Master's clothes. All right, well, that's at least going to be better for sort of a secondary item. Yeah, Caveman Dark Souls. The only way to play. Look, otherwise you lose your stamina regen. Not in Dark Souls 2, but I didn't care. I want to continue playing it that way. The only thing that I would even let grace my head was, of course, the crowns from the DLC. Because that's also maybe an even better look for your character. I mean, look, clubs are, yeah, strength club for life. Exactly. Because first off, it does extra damage. It does bashing damage against armored enemies, which is pretty common in Dark Souls 2. And 2, it has like an A scaling with strength. Like, what more could you want? What more could you want? You should play Barbarian in D&D and run around naked. I mean, did you see NetHack? Okay, I guess I only played Barbarian for the first episode, but still. Not very unga for you to wear a crown. I don't know, man. You should have seen my guy all dolled up with his little tiara on. It was pretty great. Only the most caveman would refuse to wear anything except for a loincloth, which I had no control over, of course, and a tiara. Anyway, I can't even get past the tutorial. Yeah, Udix Gundyr is pretty rough in Dark Souls 3, to be fair. It's a weirdly difficult boss for the first guy they're putting you up against. And then, of course, Gundyr has his super form later in the game. It's like that's a character that is the tutorial boss and also an optional super boss, which is very Dark Souls. Yes. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I did not spend an hour against him. I spent like 10 minutes against him. Yeah, I know, almost. Look, I didn't want to have to go do another vamping session before for like 20 minutes again. So, yeah, right. You could probably go find the VOD. That wasn't even all that long ago. It's probably been deleted. Whatever. Look, these streams are supposed to be ephemeral, and I will have them no other way. There we are. Good, and good. I mean, also, when I was playing at Dark Souls 3, no, I got the Swordmaster outfit again. That's right. That was for that one little short stream. I mean, I spent like an hour fighting the Swordmaster. That's true. But that guy's also tough. Wow, these are some powerful weaponries. I don't want to get this. I'm not going to. But I'm just saying the temptation was there. Bring back VODs, by the way. They're back. They're back. Powerful Swarm. I tried using that in the Swarm episode, and it didn't work. You saw that. I saw that. We were all very disappointed by its complete lack of usefulness. Even with the 2 times. It's just... Nothing can make Swarm good. And also, it's not like a super cool weapon. Sure, your friendly swarmlings are cute with a little pink bow, but that's not... They tried their hardest. Well, you know what? Usually, I am still willing to give them props for that. Not for Swarm. They should try harder and do better. Listen to more Daft Punk. Anyway, I'm actually gonna... I'm taking the coward's way out. It's just too much. All right. Swarm with 3 times damage. Still, I don't even know if it was actually affecting it, to be honest. Oh, I actually do have flames and flammable oil, so Wrenching Whip might be pretty good here. Actually, Doc, you ever played D&D? I played D&D games, but I've never played D&D myself. Because, multiplayer. Get the fire on there. There we go. That's all I ask. Oh boy, am I gonna... yeah, well, lost the perfect fight, but that's okay. I knew I was putting myself at risk when I did that. Flammable oil. And then there it is again. Just can't get away, baby. Gotta get the duck there to get the fire. It's some brief fire, but... Okay, come on now. Yeah. This one's sloppy, but that's okay. That is just fine. And right on that. Good stuff. Could you use ice armor with the cursed sword? I mean, when I eventually do the run, I absolutely will, because it does work. It does. I mean, blocking a hit is blocking a hit. It's just, that wasn't a bad infinite bow at all. Obviously not the run for it, but ain't too shabby. D&D is kind of hard to get into. You need someone who's willing to DM first. I'd be a DM. I think that would be fun. I mean, it's like all you gotta do is just get into your storytelling, right? Get a good storytelling groove going, and then you can get into it. I mean, which is a two-way street, but it would also be too difficult. And 7, it's good. Yeah, I mean, you say that, but it is good. He's totally fine. The boss is easy if you don't get hit. Well, I was also playing it obviously very recklessly, but what else is new? Do D&D with chat. Okay, chat. Thou dost enter a bar with intention of adventure, most magnanimous. Thou can see two people to your left and right. One appears to be a wizard, wizened by his age and knowledge. Cast fireball. You kill the wizard. He was actually just a guy doing cosplay, and now you are in jail forever. I'm sorry, game over. Please insert $5 to continue. Also, Fireball is like a 5d30 spell. How are you casting this at like level 1? Okay, it's not that much, but it's still a lot. Bruh. Bruh. He's smurfing. Oh, come on. You know this is supposed to be a story-based thing. Why are you trying to game the system to get as powerful as a character as possible? It's not even necessary to be a munchkin. We haven't even started the entire, like, storyline yet. Your warrior is still using basic iron armor. Anyway. Should have taken melee with the whip. Could have been good. Yeah, it is a nice, fast, big area weapon. It would work well with that. I mean, I took Berserker because, you know, that's also pretty good at kind of covering bases on defensiveness, but it didn't quite work. Yeah. Well, now he is prison. You wake up to find yourself a building of brick and stone, housing many criminals most foul within your belly. Okay. That was close. But, by the way, yes, if I do DMing, I am going to use that voice at all points in time, by the way. That's the DM voice. That's the sort of person who tells you a story of wizards and warlocks. All right. And I'll hear nothing else on the subject. Hero spent too much time in prison and became one. That's how that works, right? So that's how prisons reproduce, I guess. Okay, I don't even know what I'm looking for here. Well, I'm not doing too bad on stuff, but I might want to go and get... You know what? I'm actually going to go and get the cough syrup right now before I even forget. Okay. Good. I mean, okay, here. Chat, you are now a prison. What do you do? This is not even the right door. Your choice exits are to the left and north. Your inventory is many prisoners. I would suggest maybe utilizing your ability to stand perfectly still and do nothing. Or conversely, I don't know, collapse on yourself? The weight of your sins and the sins of those inside are too much for you to bear, and you are destroyed in a gigantic shower of crumbling stone. Ooh, I will take that. I don't like that. I disguise myself as an innocent prison. What's an innocent prison? No, I mean, I would say the weight of those who put the prisoners inside of you are even greater. I roll a dex check. Your dex is 0. You are a building. I would describe you as sessile. I'm Be the Warden. I guess what better person to be the warden than the building itself? Take a nap. Okay. You sleep peacefully. No one knows what's happening, but the building does seem calmer in such a fashion. Support the expansion of the prison industrial complex. You support it by literally supporting your foundations. There's no innocent prisons. It's a part of the oppressive police system. Your views are unfounded because you are the prison system. And as such, you have little choice in the matter on supporting it or not. Is the prison a stand or something? Yeah, it's being controlled by an orangutan in the warden's office. What are you talking about? No, it's a prison. Okay. And one more. Yeah? Okay. I don't really think there's too much of anything else going on in here now, is there? Yeah, I'm out of here. Yeah, Jailhouse Rock? No, you should be Erewhon Prison. If I was going to be a prison, I would be the prison from Face Off. Because that one's cool. They have people wearing magnetic boots inside. That's fun. Anyway. A body is just a prison of blood and bone for your soul. Wow, that's deep, man. Anyway, actually, like, not terrible. Could do some stuff. If I could pick up both of these, I probably would, but as it is, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm just going to keep what I got. Well, anyway, come back next week for more D&D, I guess. As you personally become the dungeon. Now the only thing to find is dragons. What about the prison from the movie Cube? Was that good? Would you consider that a prison? I wouldn't really consider that to be a prison. I would consider that to be cubes. Okay, no. We're not going to mess around with that right now. I mean, it certainly imprisoned people, but I wouldn't consider it to be a prison itself. Like, it wasn't created with the express purpose of housing inmates. It was created with the express purpose of, like, torturing people. Yeah? We good? Actually, we are good. Excellent. Yeah? Kind of want to be a little bit cautious here. Yeah? Good. Good. Wasn't it some sort of experiment? I know they explained kind of like what they were trying to do in Cube 0, but I never saw that movie. I only saw Cube and Cube 2, Hypercube. Whew. Good. That'll work. Yep, that's just fine by me. Oh, okay. Cube 2, not cubed? No, that's Cube. Cube 3 was called Cube 0. It was a prequel to Cube. Hey, Doc, do you play chess? I'm trying to figure out if this game benefits from such skill. I mean, I know how to play chess, but I certainly am not any good at it, so I don't really know what to say. Well, hey, look, when the Cube gets rebooted, which I assume it's going to eventually. Also, what would be the point of going into Cubed if you already have Cube 2 Hypercube? It's a fourth dimensional cube. That's what you would call the fourth entry in the series. Oh, I rolled out of it. I forgot that's one of those things you can do, which is roll out of the Telluric Shock. It's something that doesn't really come up a whole lot, but it is possible. Yeah, like this sort of thing. You can use that to jump. I guess I could have used that to jump over the... Could use that to jump over the concierge, but I didn't really think about it at the time. Ah, well. Let me tell you this right now. Cube was also not a very popular movie series as far as I know. I don't think anybody was going to be dressing up for the Cube for Halloween or anything. So I think that there was probably not too much thought put into the movie. Cube 4, Minecraft. It's going to be filled in Minecraft. Actually, that would be too clever for the creators of the Cube series, I think. Anybody do that? Because that feels like something that could write itself, if you know. But then again, you would have to know what the Cube movies are, so there you go. Doc, what did you dress up for this Halloween? A guy who was asleep for most of Halloween. People didn't get it. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that was embarrassing. Hey, it happens like once in every 100 runs where you get one where you just have a big hallway and then you die to darkness. It happens. It happens, and I'm not ashamed of it. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm sure you can probably tell I have been maybe cheating a little bit in terms of build with that very, very friendly-looking electric whip there. But I'm going to switch that out right now. I'll get whatever you... And I'll stop just cheating my way through the game. I'm keeping the turret, though. The turret is good. Turret is far too good, even if it's not... Sinew Slicer is not like the highest tier of turret that you can possibly get, but it is pretty effective as a turret regardless. You're getting anything that is colorless. Don't see why not. Keep this one. Why are the weapon slots flashing? Are they? They are. Weird. I don't know. Also, that would be a fun item to take colorless, but I think I want to go more sword and board style. Okay, it's done now. Strange. Good. Well, I'm going to take this one real cautious because, boy, it would be a extreme tragedy to lose this run at this point in time. But also one that would not be entirely unexpected. Yeah. And yeah, well, yeah, what does cause that that bug there? I've never seen it before. Okay. One more. Then... God, just like a couple more enemies here, but I'm just very afraid of these characters that are appearing at this point in time. Yes! Anybody else want to come down here? Yes, you do! Oh, great. I mean... I guess we're doing it. Bug has been there since 1.9 or so. I did not even know. Okay, you know what? I am going to take this just for a little bit of ranged weaponry. I want to make sure that I'm not going to lose. Like I said, losing this run would be very bad and very sad for me. I would not like it one bit. But as it's going, I mean, I do think there's a real possibility that I just keel over here from stress alone. Crabos block the arrows. Damn it, you're right. I mean, that's... you are entirely correct. I don't really know what the better idea is going to be for dealing with this, though. I mean, all I gotta do is get rid of 12 enemies, and then I should be home free for the rest of the run. Also, 2 free stats. I mean, well, 1 free stat. That's nice. Kind of had a dearth of other, you know, big advantages in terms of finding challenge rifts or anything else in this run, so it's still worth it. It's just, I'm very afraid. Not the big hallway again. Okay. Good. Oh, okay. Hi, guys. Yeah. So I see there's just a bunch of dudes over here, eh? Nope, nope, not even dealing with it. I hate this, but it's working out. Okay, Telluric Shock about to be back up, and then I'm just gonna like, hup, hup, and then we're gold. We're gold, baby. It's gold. Okay, man. I hate it, but you got to do what you got to do. Just grab your turret with your 5-head. God, if only. That has not been in the game for quite a while at this point in time. It was a nice. I mean, well, also you can't use your can't use the homunculus rune while you're cursed. That was also another exploit. There's many things that would be helpful that are not good anymore. All right, I'm gonna go back and take. I didn't even end up using the bow anyway, so there's that. All right, nice job, thanks. I mean, frankly, it should be a given that I don't die to that. It's just, well, I'm sure I'm glad that I got rid of that curse now. I'll say that. This is the optimal time to have that happen. And hey, with a kick, I might. Nope, never mind. I was gonna say I might be able to kick him off of that area. Didn't quite happen in the way that I was expecting. Okay, blowgun showcase. Her doc uses it as a reverse straw. To what? Swallow? Wait. Are you telling me that I should swallow poisonous darts? Wasn't that like a bit in George of the Jungle? I feel like that's needlessly mean, but clever, so I'll give you that. Also, yes, also a good question. What is a reverse straw? It's like deceleration. No, you swallow enemies. Okay, now come on. Oh, God. Good. Good. And nail it. Oh, you just mean you blow out the straw. I don't know why this is the one thing that has completely interrupted my entire flow of thought and turned me... No, you know what, Jay Frank? I'm not actually going to read that one. I've let too many of those sort of statements fly. All right, boys, our mission was a success. Okay, fair enough. You did it. You confused me. Anyway, 55. God, I hope I don't wang it here. Which I might. Let's see if that is exactly what is going to happen. Okay, there's 60. Fine. Somehow I'm not surprised. Yeah, well, you already got me once in this stream. You're not going to get me a second time. This is why I don't show chat on stream. It's not even true. I just like having a clean screen, you know? I want you to imagine me as the gameplay. Fantasize about it or something. We don't need any chats or faces getting in the way. Oh, wow, that was bad. You know the samurai fight back when you melee them? I mean, every enemy fights back when you melee them, but I don't think there's like a specific type of anything they do regarding that. It's just the same sort of attacks that you normally get out of the weirded warriors. I'm gonna do a subscriber stream. Doc hits a number, we get a face reveal. I already told you it's 100,000 on YouTube. You guys have been falling behind, and you should just be subbing more over there. All right. Good. Yeah, you can really see that the damage does sort of fall behind when it comes to really getting the most out of your Telluric Shock, and that's kind of why I like it more as an early game weapon than the late game one. Tend to switch it out because usually you don't have too much choice when it comes to what you get, especially early game. But if you can find something like this, it's at least better. I don't know. All right. 33 out of 100,000 on YouTube. It's going to take a while. Yeah, well. Good. Now then. I guess I'll just go into the clock tower. Or the clock room. Someone did say earlier, hey, you should be going to the clock tower because of daylight savings. And I didn't really even think about doing that at the time. Might not have temporal distortion, but we certainly have this still available. Yeah. Downward smash, burn the ground, inflammable oil. I do think that should both function there, right? No, it's not high enough up to get the burn on there, but that's good enough. All right. I guess Samurai was just too slow. Maybe. I mean, the whip certainly is doing pretty good. But, I guess the other thing with Telluric Shock is that I don't have... I'm still, like, very far behind on getting a good version of that. That's still, like, the base level of it. So I guess by that metric, it's actually working pretty effectively. Unlike the wrenching whip, which I have upgraded at least once over the course of this run. There. Oh, I dodged out of it again. Okay. Come on. Should be able to. Obviously not going to get a perfect fight here, but that's okay. Really messing up the parry timing. I feel like maybe it's been a while since I've actually tried to go for the parry timing proper in this fight. Gotta get used to it again. Melee's still working out fine, though, but not really too much to be said on that. Come on. Okay, whatever, that works. Oh, he's so good at parrying. Shut up. No. Blocks do way more damage than the main hand whip. Do they? I don't know. I don't really think I got enough time for the... I mean, the Bloodthirsty Shield is also very... I just got it in the previous area, so that is a little bit different, but... Yeah, Yeah, that could also be the case, too. Perhaps. Well, what do you think? Castle or Distillery? I'm willing to go to either one right now, but I don't know. Is Telluric better than Powerful Grenade? I think Powerful Grenade is a little bit better. You can hit enemies in the air a lot easier, and that's useful for in more parts of the game, of course. Distillery, but don't take the barrel launcher. Distillery. Okay, let's go for it. I was gonna say Castle because it's been a little while, but let's do it. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be totally cool. Do it without the barrel launcher. Probably not all that difficult. Can you wrench barrels at you? No, I think they are wrench away only, which is good for me. But still could potentially have some problems. And I'm just going to take that right now. I feel like not doing that would be bad. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah? Yeah, you're right. I guess damage is not... I mean, I am also like looking at a little bit less stats than normal. I got one pretty good... Yeah? Okay. I got one pretty good curse chest, like I said there, but aside from that, it hasn't been anything real amazing. Okay. At least with the very large area that this hits, it makes it easy for me to deflect the barrels, which is useful. But, you know, is also something... Wait, he said don't take the barrel launcher, but you know what also? don't know what the infected workers do, they throw down barrels and then hit them at you, which is kind of annoying, especially if you're using a barrel launcher yourself. Well, if you're using the old version of the barrel launcher, which does take a lot longer to use, which is, you know, is a lot of very specific use cases, but yeah, they're pretty easy to deal with if you're just constantly attacking them. Survival builds, I'd like to think, probably would have a lot more difficult time. Yeah, okay. That was a lot of enemies. What? Oh, come on. Dude. Dude, what? Oh, because you wanted to see the no barrel launcher run. Yeah, well, whatever. Too bad. You're getting barrel launcher. Okay. That's just happening, and that's the world you're going to have to live in. What do you got here? I mean, that seems okay. I like the enemies hitting me freeze. At least he notices the portal. I usually do. It's rare that I don't. And also, hey, we're finally getting another portal here. I mean, I told you, we've been kind of light on them for the entirety of this run. Stats could be better. Yeah. Oh, do I have extra jump? I do. Which is good. So I can use that here. All right. One of the few times it really comes in handy. Mostly because I don't even really remember that I have it most of the time. Just how it works. Okay. Yeah, it's really rare. It is usually pretty rare, I'm just saying. Whoa, okay. I wasn't really confident in my ability to kick them off that ledge again, but I suppose I didn't really need to be. Okay, come on now. Good. Good. Okay, come on now. Oh, come on, come on. Even more, again. Yeah, fine. Guess you're gonna make me do this. You too. Could have also parried if the barrel launcher wasn't taking the shot. Yeah, but you know. I guess, yeah, if I didn't use the no barrel launcher run, but who cares? No barrel launcher is boring. I like barrel launcher. You'll convince me of nothing else. Okay. Ah, almost got me there, Donkey Kong. I'm guessing it's the Tainted Flask for the Hand of the King in the Astrolabe. Not yet. Probably, though. Soon enough. We'll see. One way or t'other. Maybe I'll find a, piece of watermelon around here or something. Certainly happened in that one previous run, which was much to my consternation. Good. Doubt? Yeah, well, I think that your doubt might turn into you pouting because of how right I was. See? No. I was kind of hoping that would. Because that would be a good time for that to happen. You can use the head to move the barrel? Can you? I should check that out. Oh, so you can. I don't know how useful that's going to be at any point in time, but that's interesting. Why is the whip paired with Telluric Shock? The idea was, you know, you can hit enemies away and then pull them towards you, or pull them towards you and hit them away, but it hasn't really been too relevant in this run just yet. Come on now. Fine. But, yeah, that was the idea I was going with, at least to begin. Oh, well. Meantime, there's that. How zany. Hey, I don't have a whole lot of different runs left to do. I still have a decent amount of runs left to do, but certainly nothing that's gonna like pair up super well, like a fine wine and cheese. So this is the sort of like level of wackiness that we're going to be getting right now. I'm just saying. It's also good for a stream type of deal because these are kind of like mostly uninteresting items. Look, Telluric Shock, I like you. I think you're pretty good at some points in time. Tcha! But it hasn't been working out super great here. Yeah, we good? I think we good. All right, man. Can you title the Speen Run, Speen 2, Speen Harder? Well, when I eventually get to it, but we got some time here. Sure, why not? Take that. Sunny D only has 5% juice. I'm surprised it even has that. And... oh man, what is down here? I'm kind of curious, but I'm also very afraid. Speen 3 torque control? Oh man. I get that reference. This is pretty rough. I'm just going to use the ranged weapon for the time being. And then completely miss. Okay, good. How does Telluric Shock compare to Powerful Grenade? I find them to be interchangeable. I mean, it has a Telluric Shock has a smaller range that it can hit stuff in compared to the Powerful Grenade. And I don't think it does as much damage, potentially. What I'd like to do is get an upgrade here, finally. Like the end of the run. There. Double that damage, baby. Hey! See, and you didn't even realize. Right there. I told you it was going to happen. And you're all like, no, it's not going to happen. And it did happen. Okay. People doubting me all over the place, not even realizing what a god gamer I am. Hello, by the way. Hey. All right. I'm going to at least kind of fill out this area while I can. Yep, way more stats that I would have been missing out on if I just decided to leave right now. And I was kind of tempted, considering how it's been going. Use all 3 of my potion charges in this fight. Before this next fight. Good. Good again. And one more good, just for good measure. Indeed. And anything else? Is this even better? It is. It actually quite is. If I could get some sort of form of fire, that would actually be a great combo to have there. Okay. And what is the damage I'm getting right now? Yeah, like the barrel launcher currently is... well, yeah, you know, take a look at the barrel launcher versus the wrenching whip. Even just the regular damage of the barrel launcher is more than the critical... is almost more than the critical damage of the wrenching whip. I guess it's maybe not as good of a weapon as I was hoping it would be. It's been a good gauze section. I guess if you like the gauze, here they are. Speaking of which, God, I hate this area. 1, 2, 3. Really? Wrenching Whip has been over-nerfed, perhaps. That was a weird way for all of my Telluric Shock stuff to kind of fail. Ugh, I don't like that at all. Barrel launch has a critical DPS higher than the scythe. Really? Wow. Barrels are such a good weapon. I didn't even realize that. Well, maybe I can get an upgrade here anyway. Not really too much of one. I guess it is a moderate upgrade. I'd like to kind of try and work with the oil synergy, though, if I could. Also, God, this area is so huge. My bitrate. Oh, what's happening with the bitrate? I haven't dropped any frames yet. Guess I'm just going to go to the throne room and then just work with it right now as it is. Why did I go here? Because people said. Oh, wait, I also forgot to switch back out for my other stuff. Whoops. Where's your melon now? I already used it. It's cool. What do you mean forgotten? I used it. Look, anybody in chat can tell you right now that I used that melon. Don't even try and make me think otherwise. Forgotten. And you criticize me for missing the challenge rifts. Oh, we don't know. Got to roll back the tape. Somebody go clip it if you want. Blinded that melon. Shut up. And no. Obviously not getting any. I'm gonna go for that right now and just get that big damage buff, and then I'll also have a few elite kills up here too. Come on, well, I actually still don't have the buff going on anymore. Dang. That's too bad. Good enough. Oh, and I was going to yeet the VOD. For what? Because you guys were wrong about the melon vis-a-vis melon dynamics? I mean, I'd like to just use the barrel here, but I also know that's kind of against the spirit of the run. Ah, the Telluric Shock. His is better, unfortunately. I know, big surprise. There. Ah. You ate the melon with a straw? I mean, I don't think melon juice is really a thing. Somebody correct me if you want. I just loaded up the melon in a gigantic PVC straw and swallowed it whole. I am now dead. Melon liquor is definitely a thing, but I don't, you know, so many different kinds of liquor are a thing. I don't really think that, how would melon juice not exist? I was thinking of watermelon, not like, you know, honeydew or something. That was more my thought process. You know, people do that thing where they fill up a, right. Where they fill up a watermelon with vodka, but I don't think that's quite the same. Watermelon is exactly what I meant. Huh. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to call you a liar. There we go. All right, you can't sell that. And anyway, might try to go re-roll for 100% on burning and oil, but I would just want a basic upgrade for right now. Okay. Suika Shimuji. Shimuji? Shimuji. Is a thing in Japan's supermarkets. Shinji? I don't know what that means. Shiru is juice, right? At least that's what I thought it was. Oh, smoothie. Stupid romanization. I think I'd be able to understand that a little bit better. There. Katakana sucks. I mean, I have an easier time reading kanji than I do with katakana these days, but that's neither here nor there. Sometimes. I suppose it depends on what it is. Need to play more P5. I was doing P5 earlier. You want to talk about that now? Okay, come on. Should be right to... Oh, nice. That's some big boy stats right now. I guess it could be better, but still not as easy. Not as good as I'd like to. Turbo Weeb? Have you seen the Persona 5 series? It's as if I haven't been doing that series since 2018. Didn't do anything else at the DC stream today. I was gonna do a little bit of tower climb, but I think it's actually been such a long time that I'm probably not gonna end up doing that. We're gonna do a little bit of Noita, but people voted to finish up the Dead Cells episode instead. I think that's a good choice. Actually managed to get a decent run going on here. Not a great run. It's decent though. Wow. Okay. And there we are. One more. There. Anyway, there's your potion. Yep, now all I need to do is get 20k gold, and I can afford a second one. We'll be looking good. I have my doubts on that happening, though, but I'm still holding out hope. Okay. You're talking about democratic decisions. Can you stream exclusively within this time frame? It fits well with my schedule. No, because I need to be at work during this time usually. And even if I am doing work from home, I can't just start up a stream. That would not work out very well, I'd like to say. I do have a job. I guess what I'm trying to say is, y'all got to give me more money so I can quit my job. And then I will do it, and I'll stream at this time every day. So do that. What are the chances of there being enough elites for you to do the potion again? Well, we got one guaranteed from the alien key, and two guaranteed from the top of the tower. If I see one within the tower itself, then it's a 100% chance. But I just need to have one more appear somewhere. And I should be... Ah, there's one. Okay, I can do this. There you go. And there's guaranteed elites in the Astrolab. Yeah, I mean, there's 3 guaranteed elites right now, but... I just needed the one more. Did Noita get a big update? It looks like a completely different game. Shut up. Also, yeah, I got the 1.0 update pretty recently. That's why I did the series. It's like you people don't even watch my content. You're just here for the memes. All right. Let's get back down. I do have to go find that other elite, though, speaking of which. Can't really continue on if I don't get the alien key. Nah, I quit watching YouTube. You're missing out. On YouTube. Wow. I didn't even notice that this was 400. That's fun. Save that for that run, though. Come on. That should have been a Telluric Shock directly into that librarian's face. Now, what else are we even looking at? I got hit 3 times there. Anyway, memes are the DNA of the soul. That is true, Monsoon. Can never forget that. By the way, I talked a lot before how much I love Metal Gear Revengeance. What a good game. There's no point to that statement. I'm just saying, man, what a great story in a game. Every one of those characters are fantastic. Okay. Good, good. Oh, nothing there that I really want to take. Memes are the powerhouse of the stream. That's right, Eve. Okay, let's go. I slipped out for a second to Doc lose potion charge and keep his malaise and not gain health. No. I just found out that I had enough elites to kill that I just decided to sack a potion charge right there to get rid of the malaise. Because there's enough elites to get one more potion charge, and that's all I need. One hit point left. Okay. Okay. And we're okay. And look, hey, look at that bird. Oh. I hope you all saw that bird sliding down the side of the roof there, because that amused me a lot. He's just throwing. I'm just throwing. Oh, shut up. Come on. This is not that bad. We are far from it being that dire just yet. Anything of interest? No. Getting close to actually affording the potion charge, potentially. But potential potion charge for all of your plosive needs. But I have my doubts that's going to happen. I didn't see it. Well, I'm going to have to redo the run, then, I guess. No. No, we already did that as a dumb bit in one of the other streams. Yeah, that works. Can't just play the hits after all. Well, I guess I'll redo everything. No, I'll watch it on YouTube. Yes, do that. And make sure you don't have ad block on. Very nice. I'm just saying. I want a touch of the juice, man. And ads are what pay. All right. For a level I only get to once in a blue moon, Astrolab has no right to have such good music. I don't know. I think that they definitely planned it to have some of the best music in the game because it is quite the bop. Speaking of which, very nice. All right. Well, I suppose I should go back and see if I can't get. You only get one ad though. Yeah, I know. It's just that's more reason that you should turn off your ad block. It's just the one ad. At the very beginning. I don't even turn on those little banner ones that appear on the bottom because I find those annoying. Come on, do it for me. Do it for your old pal Docky. Or just give me money directly on the stream. I don't care. Whatever. It all works. Maybe the man's got YouTube Premium. Also fine. Also acceptable. All right. Let's see if this works. Got 4 times damage. Fire blast once and it was glorious until I took damage. Yeah. It's usually how it goes, don't it? Never watch a video of yours with ad block. You're my favorite YouTuber. Hey, I was so entranced by the praise there that I missed my ride. Is ad block on the app? I don't think so. At least given when I am using the app, it doesn't have it on there. Make a playlist of all your videos then. I'll launch it when I go to sleep. You should be able to just do that by by like pressing play all when you go to the video section, or like the new videos on the home page, whatever it's called. Okay. Wait, why did I do that? That was just the wrong button entirely. Geez, you guys. Okay. Okay. Autoplay does do that on its own, yeah, but then again, you might also like just jump into a bunch of Minecraft videos, which is usually what happens to me if I leave autoplay on for too long. You seem to like video games. Surely you want to see Minecraft, right? And I'm like, oh, sometimes. All autoplays lead to Minecraft. Or like, you know, some sort of, you'll never guess what happened when I baked my pants or something. And that just leads you into an entirely different sort of sector of the internet. Okay. That was pretty bad. And at least get the big thing. Anybody remember the heated knife videos? That's basically what I'm talking about. I'm not saying those videos are bad. I'm just saying that it's like, boy, are they the videos if you're apparently on YouTube to be making. Can you beat etc.? Here's why something is garbage. Here's why VR etc. is a nightmare. I did blah, 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 and you'll never guess what happened. I should just be... Well, I should just be playing this fight a little bit better, but, you know. Come on. I think that's one more, though, still. Top 10 list of things I hate about you, I guess. The 10 simple rules for dating my teenage dead cells. These are the videos I should be making. Oh, come on. I was right on the end. I can't believe I'm going to get killed by the syringe dash. Okay, that was embarrassing. I'm getting too lost in the sauce when talking about YouTube.